And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Grade A Power Plays here on the Grade A Fantasy channel. Yesterday definitely was a lot of fun. A lot of stuff was settled within the first period. Let's take a look at it. Don't mind that. I accidentally put a same bet in twice, so that's why I had to cash that out. But we'll go back. Basically, everybody on Power Play 1 for Montreal scored except for Line A. So Slavkovsky, Hudson, Caulfield, the whole crew. Then we got the player point, Suzuki Caulfield. We got Lane Hudson for 2 assists, which was a big win. We just didn't get the Caulfield second point. We got the Lane Hudson mini assist ladder. But we did get lucky. I like to bet these singly instead of just doing a parlay. So we got Suzuki, 36.50. So, it was definitely a nice day. Like I said, Buffalo just can't stop. They just can't, no matter what the goalie is. What if they get last change, first change, whatever the case is, home or away, they just can't mess with Montreal 1. So I decided to just take advantage of that matchup. Now, let's get into today's slate. And here's where I'm starting. So, actually, okay, now everything loaded. So here's where I'm starting. Okay, so we're going back to the shot ladders. I haven't got everything yet because I'm still actually finishing up some research myself. I did enough for the show, but I'm still finishing up some research for myself. So there's basically 3 games we'll talk about here, maybe kind of like 4, but they'll be quick mentions in a way. But there's only like really 2 games that I'm really focused on. First, Pittsburgh at Colorado. We all know what the shot advantage, what the props are going to be like. So what I wanted to do was the Valeri Nichushkin shot ladder. You're going against Pittsburgh, who, remember, it was Pittsburgh and Anaheim for a long time. We already know about the defensive shot ladder and just Pittsburgh just giving up a lot of offense, even though they have an offense that likes to match up and play a high pace. But at Colorado well rested. In his first 2 games back, Nichushkin has the same stats. 5 shots on goal with 2 misses. So what are we going to do here? We're going to go with Nichushkin minus 125 for his official prop of over 2.5. Then we'll ladder to 4, which is plus 205, and then we'll ladder to the 5, which is plus 470. Yes, Pittsburgh has dropped, but they only dropped from 1 down to 3rd place. So, and it's funny because also Anaheim's on the slate, and they dropped from 2nd to 4th. Pittsburgh allowed the most shots, so I mean, not really much of a difference. Pittsburgh now has what? They've given up 1,906 shots. We'll talk about Anaheim next, who's given up 1,891. So they're still the top. They're still tops in the league and giving up a lot of generation and high danger chances. So he's been hot. He's well rested. Why not Valeri Nichushkin? We'll go for the ladder. I have not placed this in yet, but we'll go to good old Anaheim shot funnel. The Valeri Nichushkin, and that's why he's on the board. That's my favorite prop, even though there is possibilities for some ruckus in this. The Anaheim game is towards the end, right before the. So if we're going for the shot ladders are the last 2 games of the slates. Not much point value as I saw earlier, home against Anaheim. So with the original shot prop, when I took this research in, Bouchard, did it change? No, it's still minus 138 for 2.5. If you want to go 1 up, because Bouchard does have the capability to get 1 shots on a power play opportunity and 2 just shots in general. Bouchard will go for the mini ladder. Did the 4 shots change? That's the question. 4 shots on goal. Bouchard it shrunk a little bit. It's now plus 188. It was plus 192 earlier when I was taking my notes. And then another interesting shot prop, because he's just had such an amazing year. Like I said, you can't really get much on these points. Look at these points. This is for 1 point. We're in the minus 600 here, and even 2 points you're still getting minus. So you're not getting the best odds even if you combine McDavid and Draisaitl. 2 points for Bouchard is possible, but what I like here is the shot on goal props. Sorry for exiting that out. And if you're not looking for a shot ladder but looking for a plus money prop for the year that he's having, without a doubt, I love Leon Draisaitl as well. So Bouchard for his prop, mini ladder to 4. And, these odds slightly improved. When I took the notes, Draisaitl over 3.5 was plus 110. Now it's plus 114. What is he looking like the last few games with these stats? Shots. He's gone over it only one time basically this week. But once again, you're going against Anaheim, who gives up a lot of shots. And in both games, Draisaitl does have 4. While Bouchard, on the other hand, one game had 4. The other game had 2 and 2 misses. Let's go to the next game that I want to talk about. And possible ruckus here. But once again, the way the odds and props were set up, we can't really go too crazy with San Jose and Buffalo. Both teams on the back-to-back, but I'm still attacking Buffalo because still their penalty kill has just gone down the drain. It wasn't great enough in the first place, but it's pretty much stunk. They gave up 2 more power plays, as I thought last night. So what I like here is obviously, let's just start it off. I think I already have it in my bet slip too. Yes, those are the last ones that I just put in. So obviously every combination, Macklin, Celebrini, 147. 147, Eklund, Toffoli, Mac Toffoli, plus 151. We got every combination. Tage and that top line have a bunch of props in the 200s and 195s. We're not going to take that. But a capable middle line who has been playing well lately, before the break and after the break, plus 143. I like Alex Tuch, Dylan Cousins. No, we don't get power play correlation. But 5-on-5, I mean, they're the second line. They're at home. You're getting the depth of San Jose. The depth of San Jose is not nothing to worry about. Yes, they have their better goalie in Vanacek, but I definitely like Alex Tuch, Dylan Cousins for a point. I would have loved to kind of go ruckus in this way if I could have, but it just, I mean, when you look at these odds, look, they were about that and look like they've gotten worse as the day gone on. Minus 245. Rasmus Dahlin 214. Peterka 196. And Kulich, who's on that top line, is not here. So yeah, so Peterka 195. So even if you combine all these three guys together plus 140 is still not better than Dylan Cousins. So no value in taking the top lines at all. But I know exactly where I'm going after this, and because it's still San Jose and it's Buffalo. Buffalo taking a lot of penalties. I think there's a lot of power play props that we're going to be taking sprinkles on, but I'm definitely without a doubt, and I'm doing it right here because I do have it all planned and set. Plus, they don't have everybody, so because it is San Jose, we're just going to do a whole ton of sprinkling. Tage, Peterka, we got Tuch, Celebrini, Toffoli, Eklund, and Warman, just for the hell of it. There's a lot that I want to do, so we're just going to do a sprinkle of everything. Some nice odds on some of these people, so we'll do what we did with Montreal last night, just a sprinkle of everything. And with Montreal in a great power play matchup, we got 4 out of the 5, okay? We got 4 out of 5 people that completed our power play props, so we got this done right here. Nice little sprinkle. There's power play opportunities galore here, so we're definitely going to go with that. So now we're done with that game. Now, here's the other game I want to talk about. 2 more to go. I want to talk about the immovable, pretty much what I think is the game's bet-wise immovable object versus the irresistible force. We got currently the second best power play in the league going against the second best penalty kill in Carolina visiting Detroit. Now, when it comes to their penalty kill, Carolina, not the best power play. It's efficient, but not the best. It's still over 20%, but they're definitely mid to lower part of the league. While when you have a Detroit penalty kill, they don't give up a lot of minutes, but guess what? They're the worst penalty kill in the league. Detroit is now 68. Detroit is now, I think if I'm not mistaken, yes, 69.5. They're the only team that's under 70%. Even the Islanders, who have a horrible penalty kill, who was worse than the Red Wings pretty much almost all season, even they've improved lately. So there's opportunity for ruckus here. But here's the issue with that game. Nah, I mean, yes, there's good props, and you think certain things will get priced in because of, 158 underdogs, 192 favorites. But, we can't really go Rantanen, Aho. We can't really go there. Raymond and Larkin, it's okay, plus 104, but when you see what we're getting with Eklund, Toffoli, you combine it with the shot ladder props, you combine it with Dylan Cousins and all that. Pretty much San Jose won, and you combine it with what we're getting with Dylan Cousins and Alex Tuck. You look at some of these props, and I mean, Aho has so much. Then if you put Jarvis with it, it gets the plus 113. The Brinkat and Kane, they kind of link up on the power play a bit. That'll be interesting at plus 132. Those odds aren't too bad, but I'm going with the irresistible force, immovable object. The second hottest power play, half a percentage behind Winnipeg in Detroit against the second best penalty kill. So what do we have here? Here's what's going on. Why do I like this matchup with the power play points? Since Four Nations break in a 5-game sample, yes, they do kill the penalty well. But I am a big fan of Sebastian Aho and these guys, but the defense has been leaky. Now, obviously, killing off a power play is special teams in a way, special teams defense. When you come back from the Four Nations break, though, and in a 5-game sample, you give up 44 minutes in penalties, and since the Four Nations, you've given up 4 power play goals. You're trying to tell me if you give up that many chances, to what's the hottest power play in the league, you're not thinking that Detroit's going to get one. They're going to get the chances, because this is not the same. This Carolina team is not the same. Absolutely not. And Detroit has the advantage because they're on the road. I mean, they're at home. So basically, when you're at home against Carolina, you make sure your top 2 line stays away from that Jarvis line, and you're basically sacrificing the Joe Veleno, Elmer Soderblom, Tarasenko, and Detroit 4 to that shutdown line of Carolina 3 with Jordan Stahl, Martinook, and Jarvis. So with that, I really think, and the odds are great. If you could just stack a couple of these odds, that would be really good. On the other hand, you also got Detroit, who doesn't give up that many penalties, because when you compare 44 minutes to 4 power plays, guess what? Detroit's giving up only 28 minutes and 3 power play goals. So there's opportunities to be had. It's just that the way Detroit plays, they're not going to commit that many penalties, but if they get on the power play once or twice, they're bound to give up one. And I think even with Carolina's penalty kill, just the amount that you're giving to the second, pretty much it's the hottest power play going now, the way they're going. But percentage-wise, they're second behind Winnipeg, who's been pretty much consistent all season long. So in this case, we're just going to sprinkle a little more. I love Detroit power play opportunities. All of them are all solid odds, plus 260 up to plus 290. The books know. They know that even with Carolina being one of the best penalty kills, and they're normally one of the best, they're always in the top 5, maybe even top 3 of penalty kills the last 3-4 seasons. They're known for defense. They're known to play up pace and then maybe get into the penalty box a little too much. But then guess what? Carolina just has a solid penalty kill constantly. But with that, I'm definitely going to take a sprinkle on the hottest power play in the league. So they all get a sniff. And because of Detroit's capability, I still like Carolina. So even though they might not get all the opportunity there to do so, I'm just going to take a shot on Svechnikov, Gostisbehere, and just the top and just the best odds. I mean even Rantanen is plus 200, so I guess we could rock out with Seth Jarvis. Just a lot of sprinkling of the power plays. It's a lot of odds, so it all adds up. But think of it as, even though it's pretty much damn near the best penalty kill, think of it as low risk, high reward. Because like I said, once you get the power play, 3 of these guys connect, you add up all that money bit by bit, just like how we did with Montreal with what we wanted to do before. And then last but not least, the last game that I want to talk about, because it's a game that definitely has the potential for a ruckus to happen. We definitely have to talk about, and I still don't think the goalies have been confirmed, But if we do get the confirmation, it's another game with two bad goalies. San Jose and Buffalo are most likely going to have two goalies that are under 90% save percentage, which is where you want to be. And then in Columbus, the Blue Jackets going to Tampa Bay. Like I said, Tampa Bay is not a defense to be feared at all. They absolutely are not. Merzlikins, they're going with their starter Columbus. Jonas Johansson is most likely the one that's going to be confirmed to go. Merzlikins is basically a 3 goals against. Jonas Johansson slightly above 3. Both are at 89, basically trending towards an 88 for the season. But when Jonas is in, it's a significant drop from what Vasilevsky can do. So when it comes to that, the line combos with Tampa Bay at home, I guess you do have to worry about the Tampa Bay shutdown line going against Fantilli, Voronkov, Marchenko, which is why in this game, I mean, I still think you can take shots at it because they're powerful. They don't give up a lot. They're kind of in the teens and the mid-20s, and because of people like Vasilevsky, 80% penalty kill, which is right there. But when you have the lesser goalie there, you can look at it as more as a 78% penalty kill, and they've given up power play goals. They have, so I think you can get away with. Well, obviously we're not going with anything Tampa Bay, and I don't think there's anything value-wise that you go with Tampa Bay, even power play-wise. Let me go down here as I look through. Yes, plus 105. We got pairs for that instead of just special teams, like Gensel 220, and then you got to get to Hedman. I mean, and then the way they do their power play, Hedman's not even the top guy anymore. So we're just gonna focus on we'll definitely without a doubt focus on some of the Columbus guys, because I definitely like the fact that they have high odds, so we could definitely get something going there. So definitely without a doubt, starting at plus 350. I mean, Werenski's still good. I mean, you got to do something with Werenski without a doubt. So with Werenski, we'll just sprinkle a little bit more there with Kent Johnson, Voronkov, Fantilli, and Marchenko. I definitely like that. Like, the odds are there. They don't give up a lot of penalties, but not the most impressive power play penalty kill. So betting wise, we'll do that right there. So we're hoping for some power play opportunities. And then when it comes to that, I'm still working on what I would like to do. But when it comes to points, yeah, we should be able to definitely get way better odds with these guys. Now, obviously going against that Sorelli, Hagel, Jurgensen's line, that's going to be their shutdown line. Obviously, they'll be sent against top comp, so they'll get the Marchenko Fantilli line. So if you like, I kind of like the combination of Kent Johnson, and then you definitely have Boone Jenner, and then also skating in practice, making his long time return, Yegor Chernakov. I mean, he's still a game time decision, but he was at practice, so it looks like he's going to play. But Kent Johnson, Boone Jenner, it's a plus over 200 prop. And then, of course, there's still good odds. With the rest of these guys. You still have Marchenko. If you do Marchenko Fantilli, that's a plus 132. If you do Fantilli Voronkov, that's a plus 158. So definitely I'll be favoring the Columbus side in this game, especially if Johansson's confirmed the goalie. Most likely they will be. They played last night back-to-back, so the possibility of something being blown up or a goalie being blown up with this high-powered offense, even on the road, yes, I definitely like that in turn. So that is the end of that episode. Thank you for tuning in once again. Favorite play, definitely without a doubt, the shot ladder by Nichushkin. I definitely like some power play opportunities once again, and I'll be definitely interested in how that Carolina-Detroit game plays out. Power play-wise, didn't pick any props. I just really want to sprinkle a little bit of money and see how that goes. But stacking-wise, it was San Jose and Buffalo with a mixture of the power plays and some stacks. Bouchard ladder, and then of course the guys that I like when it comes to Columbus and Tampa Bay. Like I said, we'll definitely be loving it if Jonas Johansson is the goalie, and even when he's not the goalie, Vasilevsky has had over the years the trouble of giving up some special teams goals. But that is the end of the episode. Thank you for tuning in once again. This is Grade A Fantasy with another episode of Grade A Power Plays. Let's keep the winning streak going. Thank you for tuning in, and I'm signing off.